The Great Sphinx. Who really built the world's most mysterious monument? For more than 4,500 years, a giant stone guardian has watched over the sands of Egypt. It has witnessed the rise of mighty pharaohs, the arrival of foreign conquerors, the birth and fall of empires, the spread of great religions, and the endless march of time itself. Its body resembles a lion. Its face resembles a human king. Its gaze remains fixed toward the eastern horizon, where the sun rises each morning. Millions of people have stood before it. Thousands of scholars have studied it. Yet one simple question continues to divide historians and archaeologists. Who really built the Great Sphinx, and why? The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the world's most recognizable monuments. Yet it is also one of the least understood. Unlike many other monuments of ancient Egypt, the Sphinx left behind remarkably few written records describing its construction. There is no surviving inscription carved into its body that clearly identifies its builders. No ancient document describing exactly how it was created. No official account celebrating its completion. For a monument of such extraordinary size and importance, that silence is remarkable. Our story begins on the Giza Plateau, a rocky landscape overlooking the western bank of the Nile River. Here stand the three great pyramids, the Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure. Together, they form one of the greatest architectural achievements in human history. Near the Pyramid of Khafre lies another masterpiece, the Great Sphinx. Carved directly from the natural limestone bedrock of the plateau, it measures approximately 73 meters in length and about 20 meters in height. It is the largest monolithic statue ever created in the ancient world. Unlike statues assembled from separate stone blocks, the Sphinx was carved from a single massive outcrop of rock already present in the landscape. Ancient builders shaped the surrounding bedrock into the body of a reclining lion. Then, they carefully sculpted the head rising above it. The result was both a monument and part of the landscape itself, a mountain transformed into a guardian. Today, the face of the Sphinx appears weathered. Its nose is missing. Its ceremonial beard survives only in fragments displayed in museums. The body has undergone numerous repairs over thousands of years. Yet despite centuries of erosion, the monument continues to inspire awe. Most Egyptologists believe the Great Sphinx was built during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre around 2500 BC, during Egypt's 4th dynasty. Several pieces of evidence support this conclusion. The Sphinx stands within the broader architectural complex associated with Khafre's pyramid. The stone removed while carving the Sphinx appears to have been used to construct nearby temples connected with Khafre's funerary complex. The overall layout suggests careful planning as part of a unified royal project. Many researchers also note similarities between the facial features of the Sphinx and surviving statues identified as Khafre. Taken together, these clues form the foundation of the widely accepted interpretation. Yet none of them provides absolute proof. No inscription states, "I, Khafre, ordered the construction of the Great Sphinx." That absence continues to intrigue historians. Could the evidence simply have been lost over time? Or does it suggest a more complicated history? Even the face itself remains part of the debate. Some researchers argue that weathering has altered its appearance too greatly for reliable comparison. Others believe artistic conventions of ancient Egypt make exact portrait identification extremely difficult. The question remains open to interpretation. One certainty is that the Sphinx held profound symbolic meaning. In ancient Egypt, the lion represented strength, royal authority, and protection. Combining the body of a lion with the head of a king created a powerful image. The ruler became the guardian of sacred space, the protector of divine order, the eternal watcher over the royal necropolis. Its position reinforces this symbolism. The Sphinx faces east. Every morning the rising sun appears directly before it. For the ancient Egyptians, the sun was closely connected with rebirth, kingship, and divine power. Some scholars believe the orientation of the monument reflects this sacred relationship. Nearby temples may have been designed to participate in ceremonies linked to solar worship. The Sphinx was not simply a sculpture. It was part of a carefully organized ceremonial landscape. Yet time showed little mercy. Over thousands of years, wind carried enormous quantities of sand across the Giza Plateau, Again and again, the desert buried the Sphinx almost completely. At various points in history, only its head remained visible above the sand. Ancient Egyptians themselves undertook efforts to uncover it. One remarkable clue survives from the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose IV. According to the famous dream stele placed between the Sphinx's paws, the young prince fell asleep beside the monument while hunting. In his dream, the Sphinx spoke. It promised him the throne if he cleared away the sand covering its body. Whether understood as literal history or royal symbolism, the inscription demonstrates something remarkable. Even more than 1,000 years after its construction, the Sphinx was already ancient, already partially buried, already regarded as a sacred monument worthy of restoration. Generation after generation returned to rescue it from the desert. Roman emperors ordered repairs. Medieval travelers described its mysterious appearance. Modern archaeologists spent decades removing enormous quantities of sand to expose the monument once again. Every excavation revealed new details, but every answer seemed to produce new questions. Perhaps no feature has inspired more curiosity than the missing nose. One popular legend claims that Napoleon's soldiers destroyed it with cannon fire during the French campaign in Egypt. The story is dramatic, but historical evidence tells a different story. Drawings created decades before Napoleon's arrival already show the Sphinx without its nose. The damage clearly occurred much earlier. Several historical accounts suggest the nose may have been intentionally removed during the medieval period, though the exact circumstances remain uncertain. Like many aspects of the Sphinx's history, the complete story has been lost. The monument itself also bears countless scars from erosion. Cracks cross its body. Ancient repairs cover damaged limestone. Blocks added during different restoration campaigns reveal how every generation struggled to preserve the giant guardian. Studying these weathered surfaces would eventually lead to one of the most controversial debates in modern archaeology. Some scientists argued that the erosion patterns did not match wind and sand alone. They believed water may have played an unexpected role. If they were correct, the Great Sphinx could be far older than traditionally believed. The claim challenged decades of accepted scholarship. It inspired passionate debate, and it forced researchers to ask an extraordinary question. What if the world's most famous guardian had been watching Egypt for far longer than anyone imagined? To answer that question, we must look beyond the monument itself and examine the evidence written into the stone. The Great Sphinx has spent thousands of years facing the rising sun, but in recent decades, scientists have looked somewhere else. Not at its face, not at its size, but at the marks carved into its stone. Every crack, every groove, every layer of weathered limestone. Because sometimes, the rocks themselves preserve a history that no written record can tell. Most Egyptologists believe the Sphinx was carved around 2500 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre. According to this view, thousands of years of desert winds, blowing sand, changing temperatures, and occasional rainfall gradually shaped the monument into its present condition. This explanation is supported by the Sphinx's archaeological setting, its close relationship with Khafre's pyramid complex, nearby temples built from limestone quarried during its construction, and the broader history of Egypt's 4th dynasty. For many researchers, the evidence fits together convincingly. Yet, during the late 20th century, another interpretation attracted worldwide attention. Some geologists noticed unusual erosion patterns on parts of the Sphinx enclosure. Instead of the sharp, horizontal weathering often associated with wind-driven sand, certain sections displayed rounded and vertical features. Could these marks have been caused by a prolonged rainfall? One of the best-known supporters of this idea argued that significant water erosion would require a much wetter climate than Egypt experienced during the age of the pyramids. If true, the original carving of the Sphinx might date back thousands of years earlier, to a time when the Sahara was greener and received far more rainfall. It was a bold proposal. If correct, it would completely reshape our understanding of ancient history. But extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Many Egyptologists and geologists challenged the interpretation. They argued that the erosion could be explained by a combination of natural weathering, groundwater, salt crystallization, differences in limestone quality, and repeated cycles of restoration. The limestone forming the Sphinx is not uniform. Some layers are much softer than others. Over thousands of years, these softer layers eroded more rapidly, creating patterns that can appear unusual. To this day, the debate continues. No scientific consensus supports a dramatically older age for the Sphinx. The prevailing view remains that it belongs to Egypt's 4th dynasty. At the same time, researchers continue studying the monument with increasingly sophisticated methods, refining our understanding of how it has weathered through the millennia. The discussion reminds us of an important principle. Science advances by testing ideas against evidence. Questions are welcome. Conclusions must follow the facts. Another mystery surrounds what may lie beneath the Sphinx. For decades, stories have circulated about hidden chambers, secret tunnels, ancient libraries, even a legendary hall of records, said to preserve forgotten knowledge from a lost civilization. These ideas became popular through books, documentaries, and speculative theories. Could the Sphinx truly be guarding hidden secrets beneath the plateau? Modern technology has attempted to answer that question. Researchers have used seismic surveys, ground-penetrating radar, electrical resistivity studies, and other geophysical methods to investigate the area. Some surveys have detected natural cavities and irregular spaces within the limestone. This is not surprising. The Giza Plateau contains naturally fractured rock, and underground voids can form over long periods of geological activity. However, no investigation has produced convincing evidence for a vast hidden library, secret chamber, or legendary archive beneath the Sphinx. The distinction is important. Natural underground spaces do exist, but extraordinary claims about what they contain remain unsupported by archaeological evidence. Even so, research continues. Each new generation brings more advanced tools. Three-dimensional laser scanning now records the monument with astonishing precision. High-resolution digital models help researchers monitor tiny changes in the stone over time. Microscopic analysis reveals how salt, moisture, pollution, and climate continue affecting the limestone. Preserving the Sphinx has become as important as studying it. The monument has survived thousands of years. Ensuring that it survives thousands more has become one of archaeology's greatest responsibilities. The Sphinx has also endured centuries of restoration. Ancient Egyptian rulers repaired damaged sections. Roman engineers carried out maintenance. Modern conservation teams have replaced unstable blocks, strengthened weakened areas, and carefully documented every intervention. Each generation has left its own mark upon the monument. In many ways, the Sphinx is not simply an artifact from the ancient world. It is a collaboration across 4.5 millennia. Every civilization that encountered it chose to preserve it rather than abandon it. That may be one reason it continues to inspire such fascination. Unlike many ancient monuments, the Sphinx was never completely forgotten. Even when buried beneath desert sand, its head remained visible. Travelers described it. Artists sketched it. Kings restored it. Explorers wondered about it. Scientists measured it. The giant guardian never truly disappeared from history. It simply waited for each generation to ask new questions. Perhaps that is why the Sphinx feels so different from other archaeological sites. It does not reveal its story easily. It offers clues, not conclusions. Every weathered stone, every repaired crack, every missing fragment reminds us that history is rarely complete. There will always be pieces we cannot recover, voices we cannot hear, records that no longer exist. Yet the monument itself continues speaking in another language. The language of architecture, engineering, symbolism, and endurance. Standing before the Great Sphinx today, it is easy to understand why it has inspired so many legends. Its expression appears calm. Its gaze never changes. Day after day, century after century, it watches the horizon exactly as it always has. Pharaohs have vanished. Empires have collapsed. Armies have crossed the desert. Pilgrims, scholars, and tourists have stood before the same ancient face. The world around it has changed beyond recognition. The guardian remains. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not who built the Sphinx. Perhaps it is why humanity continues returning to it. Searching for answers. Searching for meaning. Searching for a connection to a distant past that still shapes our imagination. The Great Sphinx reminds us that history is not only written in books. Sometimes it is carved into stone. Sometimes it survives without speaking a single word. And sometimes its greatest secret is not the one hidden beneath the sand, but the one hidden in our endless desire to understand the people who came before us. More than 4,500 years after its creation, the Great Sphinx still keeps watch over Egypt, silent, patient, unmoving, a guardian not only of ancient tombs, but of one of history's greatest enduring mysteries.